My Global Mind. We're here at Bloodstock 2019. We're here with Jailbirds, who have got a slot today at
6:30 at the Jaeger stage.
Okay, so maybe you can start by just introducing who you are, and we go from there.
Okay, so I'm Jay, and I'm the drummer for Jailbirds.
I'm Jamie, the bass player.
I'm Ed, and I play rhythm guitar and backing vocals.
Okay.
And a bit of triangle as well.
And a bit of triangle, yeah.
Cowbell, anybody?
Yeah, I can take that, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe give us a little bit of a background. Tell us what. I know you guys are not around as long as a lot of the bands around here, so give us your brief history.
Okay, so my brother and I, Axel, who's doing another interview over there, we're both from Australia, Sydney. We grew up in Europe, though. We've been living in France for like 10 years. We moved over to Ireland a few years back, and it was just a logical step, to integrate the music scene, because it's much more sort of a prominent and vibrant than it is back in France. So I met the guys in Dublin. We all went to the same college, and we all sort of gravitated towards each other. We have the same influences, the same background in music. We've all been in other bands before knowing each other. And so we recorded our first EP when the band had just begun. It was something to give straight away to people who came to our shows. It wasn't a question of like, oh, remember us, we'll release something in the next 6 months. It was like, here you go, here's an EP. And since then we've been touring around the country, doing a few shows in Northern Ireland and France, over Ireland as well. And we've released our first proper LP called The Great Escape. 8 tracks, all killer, no filler, and that's what we've been doing this past 3 years.
I'd say that's taken up about the guts of a year now, like between the recording, which took about 6 months, and then just knitting everything else together and making sure that it's all presentable and just ready to go straight out, hot off the press, perfect.
And since then we've signed to an independent label, an Australian American label called Golden Robot. And we've got a manager now who's helping us out and all that kind of stuff. So a lot's changed in the space of a year, and we feel like releasing an album at this time is the perfect timing and it's the right way to do it.
It's super quick, guys. I mean, I've seen so many bands that have spent years trying to get you metal to the masses to get here, and 2 years you've got a recording label, you've got an album out, and you've got a slot of Bloodstock. That's fantastic. I mean, you've just given me a very quick.
That's the short version.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just down to hard work, I guess, and dedication. Like,
absolutely.
Did you get some lucky breaks? Or
I reckon we definitely got a couple of lucky breaks. Definitely got a few lucky breaks. And then we really, really pride ourselves on how hard we're working and how quickly we're happy just to drop everything on a notice and just go. But definitely got a few lucky breaks. Like even Bloodstock, we applied for the Metal to the Masses a few times. We got through to like the semi-finals and the finals, but we never really got through. And then for moving on and getting our manager, Oren, he just then came up to us one day and goes, oh yeah, you're on Bloodstock next year. We were like, okay, yeah, no problem.
All right. It's the first time on the island as well as a band,
it's our first, It's our first
what
actual
an introduction,
UK.
Bloodstock. Let's do it.
That's definitely the way to go,
And I mean, it's a new, like, what brought you to Ireland in the first place before?
I think that originally we were looking at moving over to the UK. It was mainly because of college. There's a music college in Ireland that we all went to, and it was just kind of our only way to gain time in order for us to form a band. And I think that maybe over in Ireland it's a bit less saturated than it is here. So I think that was probably a bit of an easier way for us to sort of make our way up the ladder, and then sort of slowly move across over to mainland Europe and the UK.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, we've just been in Dublin. Me and Ed and Jay, we all went to the same college, and we just, like Jay was saying, we were all in different bands. We just decided to get together one day, start jamming, and then it all kind of just came out from there.
So that's sort of lead.
Oh, you're gonna come in as well. Okay, come in.
How's things, mate?
Okay, so give us a quick introduction. Tell us who you are.
I'm Axel. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so you two are brothers, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we got the whole band.
This is my brother.
So we just got the brief history of the band. Maybe tell us about who your influences are. What turned you on to music in the first place?
ABBA.
I've literally, for the past 3 days, there's a sentence I've just said over and over again. There are two kinds of people. There are people that like ABBA, and then there are liars. Liars.
Okay, can we get an a cappella version of Dancing Queen going here or something?
I told you we should. No, I mean, obviously, I can speak for myself and Axel. With Australian roots, Australian hard rock, AC/DC, Airborne, Rose Tattoo, the list goes on.
With a lot of British stuff, like starting with Deep Purple, Motorhead,
Iron Maiden, all all the greats, you know.
The Who. Oh, definitely The Who. Yeah.
The Who, Oasis, you know, just all those big bands, and obviously the guys here from Dublin, you know, so Thin Lizzy and all those great Irish bands, you know.
Yeah.
So
it all kind of changes up. It was a question that was put to us in another interview recently, and just we're always listening to something different. You could come to each of us at any time. We're always listening to something different. Axel, for example, is really into Power Trip. The guys in Power Trip.
Oh, I love that trash. Yeah.
I'm huge into the guys in Ghost at the moment. They're just fucking blowing my mind. Jamie's getting into Black Free Smoke.
Yeah.
Like it's
42
just a
decibel.
huge mix. 42 decibel.
So this weekend, give me one band that is a must see for you, each of you, for this weekend.
For me, it was Anthrax, and we saw them last night in the pit, and it was insane.
Yeah.
And now we've got broken backs, and we're ready to play our own
You know,
set.
we actually didn't even see the show. We're like, my back was against the stage, just helping people go over. You know what I mean? It's a great show, though.
It was great that it went ahead after the weather issues and everything.
Yeah, we're glad it turned out.
Thank
the best,
God.
you know?
I can't imagine what it would have been like if the band could play and all that kind of stuff. It just would have been a pain for other bands.
Cradle
as well.
got cancelled, but they're coming back today.
That's right. Yeah.
Today, so I think it all worked out pretty much for the best.
It could have been a lot worse, I think. Yeah.
So, okay, Anthrax is off the table. Who else?
I would say Anthrax as well. I'm excited to see Scorpions.
Scorpions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scorpions is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the Lazies.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I'm looking forward to the
They got
Lazies.
shifted to the New Bloods.
They're on the New Blood now,
We
yeah.
actually share the same label with them. They're from Australia as well.
Okay.
You know, so hopefully we'll see the guys later on. It'll be good to catch
They're
up.
going to be hanging around here with us about 4:30. I think, so.
Exactly.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you give us
Me,
the must-see that hasn't been named already.
I desperately wanted yesterday to catch Parkway Drive after we saw Anthrax, but we were in so many bits and playing today and everything like that. We got back to the campsite just to take a breather, and I just went.
I hate to say you missed a great show. I mean,
I believe
I wasn't
I did, yeah.
into Parkway before,
Yeah.
but they put on a great show.
I only know kind
great
of a handful of
spectacle.
tunes, but I used to be really into that vibe when I was like 17, 18. I used to play in a deathcore band and everything like that. So it was something that I really, really wanted to check out. And I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm assuming that I will catch them again at some point in the future for sure.
So tell us, I know I saw one video that you've released, and one of you guys is walking around the streets of Dublin. That was you, like that.
Tattoos and everything.
Have you got any other upcoming releases? Videos
We just put out another video as well. I think it was on the same day as the album release that it came
July
out.
5th.
Thrill of the
for
Chase.
a single Thrill of the Chase. We're really struggling for an idea of what to do, and the camera crew that we were working with, they said, okay, we have an idea, give us a day and we'll get back to you. So 2 days later, we're at an American style saloon ranch in County Portlaoise, or County Laois even, sorry, and we're there, we've got guns, we've got cowboy hats, we've got long coats. They said to me, they were like, okay, Ed, you have to be the idiot. I was like, okay, I'm going to be the idiot, and if you watch the video, you will see why. I'm not going to give anything away, but
really
at one
act
point,
that much, to be honest.
I pissed myself, so we'll leave it at that. Leave it to the imagination.
Yeah, just type it. Nothing. Thrill of the Chase, Jailbirds on YouTube. You'll find it straight away.
So it seems like you guys don't take yourselves too seriously. You're having a bit of a laugh. And do you think it's
all it's
important? Did you see Evil Scarecrow yesterday at all?
It was one of the funniest gigs I've ever seen in my life.
You're the epitome of not taking yourself seriously. So.
No, but I think that when it comes to music and recording and the music itself, I'd say like Evil Scarecrow as well. They take it very seriously.
You can be sure they are.
It's to the millimeter, So it's when we're doing stuff like this, I think it's important to sort of let loose and just be who we are.
It's just our creative side coming out, and we're not serious people as it is. When we're together, I mean, we know when to muck around, we know when to get serious.
There's a time and a place.
And that's the thing, the videos are meant to be fun. People are supposed to enjoy the music, and if we're there in a kind of gloomy way that doesn't represent what our music sounds like, then I don't think people would understand our message as much,
And music video is music video. I mean, you've got to take the piss somehow, right?
Yeah.
So
it's our time on a camera, and all we have to do is act like idiots. And that's what we're best at, I think.
And when you recorded your album, you've got a physical release of this album, right?
Yes. Got some physical copies floating around somewhere if you want one.
Vinyl
we'll
as well.
sort you out.
What, you did
Vinyl, yeah,
So
absolutely.
I was going to ask, how important do you think physical media still is in this day and age? If you invested, or if your label has invested in it?
I think it's still absolutely vital, because when you stream, you've got it there, but you're still paying monthly subscriptions and all that. Whereas when you've got the album, it's yours. You've got it. You have it forever.
Yeah.
And it's just something I remember as a kid, growing up looking at vinyls, you're just kind of fascinated by all that stuff, So and just the lyrics and the drawings and all that. And I just think that's part of listening to the album itself,
Even if people aren't actually listening to the vinyl and they're listening to it online, however they want to, at least owning the object. I think I feel part of a band's kind of uprising when they have new music hits out. It's like, here's the vinyl, I can own this, I will remember these guys for the rest of my life. When you're just another click away from another song, there's no ownership there. And we want to build, a family and fans and all that that have our name, on the t-shirt, on the records, and that actually support us and that care about us. And we do that for other bands that we love, and we hope people kind of return the favor to us.
But that being said, stream our music, buy our CD or buy our vinyl. If you do none of those things or just stream it, it's fine. Just share the music, enjoy it as much as you can, and our goal is to get it out to as many people as possible, and we really hope they enjoy
All platforms are equally important.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's coming up next after Bloodstock? What's up?
I'm going home to sleep.
I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to get some after sun because I've been insanely burned over the past couple of days. But yeah, I mean,
we're still lining, some Irish shows up. Hopefully, still go around the country. And I think the most important thing at the moment, because our album's released, is really gathering all those contacts and trying to jump on support slots. Just keep applying, and try and shift sort of. Obviously have a strong base in Ireland, but be able to shift to the UK and onto mainland Europe, hit those German markets, in Scandinavia as well. God knows there's a market for what we do over there. So that's
certainly
definitely
as
in the
well.
calendar.
With, like I said, because the record has taken such a long time to put together, and this is going to be our opportunity to write new music, to write new material together as a band for the first time in God knows how long. I don't remember the last time we sat down to do that, but it's a privilege now that we'll get to do that, and hopefully this time next year we'll be doing the exact same thing.
Do you find the creative process comes easy when you guys sit down and rehearse?
It has its days. It definitely has its days.
I think we have a very set formula. Like, the guys are probably our main songwriters. Like, they're just, it's unbelievable. Like, they'll approach us with what's nearly a finished song in a demo, and they'll go, what do you think of this? And Jamie and I will then kind of we'll add our criticisms, and we'll kind of almost add the sprinkles on top, and it always just comes out awesome.
Most of the stuff we do is we never do it in studio. When we bring the songs into the studio, that way we can spend the amount of time we want, just editing, doing all that stuff, and then once we're in the studio, it's just like bang, 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 just record these parts.
And you sometimes get those moments of like, ooh, this is perfect. Keep it. Great take. We can adjust certain things.
There was a story you told me actually that I've never ever let go of.
I forgot.
Our new single on the album called "Nothing Good Lasts Forever." There's a very, very significant guitar part at the beginning of it, and I remember asking Axel how he came up with it, and he said, "I was on the phone to Amy, Axel's girlfriend. I was on the phone to Amy, and I was just sitting there and just went, wait a second." I just picked up a guitar and just. I gotta go.
So really paying attention to the phone conversation, obviously.
My bedroom has about 10 guitars in it, so I'm easily distracted no matter who calls.
You're easily distracted most days, so let's be fair.
What?
We're actually just playing Enter Sandman. It's not true. Not true.
It's one of those things where I don't know. It'll come to us, and we'll get the demos. We work with GarageBand, the oldest software you can think of. But we have our own method. It sort of works, and the guys are very positive, and they have the right amount of criticism for us to go back and take it to a new level or push it away and work on something different. Yes, the balance is there.
You spoke about support slots. Who would be your ideal support act? If somebody came to you and said, come up and open up for us.
Oh man.
There's a long list.
Yeah.
A realistic one. Well, let's say a band that's going to come to Ireland. Realistically.
God, big one I think that we've talked about a couple of times is the guys in Airborne. Obviously you get that kind of. I think we get a lot of that comparison in sound and stuff like that. But I don't know. We almost feel like we have that vibe as well. But we have our own thing going on, and we'd love to gig with the guys. We'd love to open for them.
Play to their audiences, and I think their audiences would receive it well.
Yeah, well, as you probably know, you just missed it. Or we were at Airborne. They were in Dublin.
Axel and I were there. It was an amazing show, man. But that's it. We'd love to be the ones to get that crowd going, just to get.
Yeah, I mean, we've been super privileged enough to sort of open up. We've opened up for Anvil, for Tyler Bryant, Y&T, The Answer. So it's already great to start off with, and keep them support slots coming, because that's what we want, So.
Okay. Before you go, any sort of last minute messages you want to give to fans, maybe in Ireland or the UK or anywhere?
My mum.
Well, I think thank you to Bloodstock and the whole team. That have
Thanks
been
for having
working.
us.
It's been an incredible experience. We're never gonna forget this weekend ever, no matter what happens to us as a band. The staff have been great. Everybody's been lovely, and we're so eager to play our set and just, let loose.
Yeah. Well, best of luck with the set. By the time this video is published, it'll be all done and dusted. Yeah. Best of luck, lads.
Sweet.
Thanks
Unreal.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Cheers for having us.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cheers for having us, dude.